Okay, so you get enough paper towels to dry your hands. Dry your hands. You turn your water off. You take that paper towel and you throw it away. So that is the correct way to wash your hands. Put my jacket back on. So after we washed our hands, you have, let's see, you washed your hands, you're walking out of the room. Say you are walking out of the room and someone asks for the remote control. So you pick up the remote control, you hand it to them. You've now contaminated your hands, but you did not touch anything wet. So you would want to use hand sanitizer. So we have hand sanitizer in all the rooms. So what you will do is get enough to saturate your hands. And what you do is you continue to rub until they dry. Got a lot. But you just keep rubbing. What you don't want to do is you don't want to wipe it dry. You want to just let them air dry, and at that time it will kill whatever germs you have picked up. So let me dry my hands. Okay. So at this moment we could pause the video and each person in the group could come up and wash their hands, and together we will talk it through if maybe a technique was not completed or a step was out of line, so we'll just talk it through. So we could pause the video if we wanted to. Okay, so goal 3, what are PPE and why are PPE used, and how to put on or don and take off PPE. So PPE is personal protective equipment. It is the next step of standard precautions. So that includes your gowns, your gloves, your booties, and your face mask, and your eye shields are all part of PPE. So not only using these devices correctly, but knowing how to take them off is very, will help decrease the chances of infection control and to decrease the chance of spreading infectious diseases. So gloves should always be used in the healthcare worker gloves should always be used if the healthcare worker may be exposed to body fluids. So we have here gloves, right here. We have a gown. We have mask, and I don't have an eye shield, but mask, and I don't have booties, but they're just like little booties you put on your feet. Those are only used, this item and this item will be used if someone's under any kind of isolation. There you go. I went blank for a second. So, how to put on gloves. Putting on gloves, the most important thing is getting a pair that actually fit your hands. I think these are medium, so they may not fit quite great. So it's really easy. I usually just grab the wrist, try not to get all up in it, but put your gloves on. So, and then you can use your hands to get them tight. So that's putting them on. That's not a big deal. Taking them off is a whole nother can of worms. So to take off your glove, you're going to take your dirty soiled hand, grab the outside of your glove, and pull down. So you took all your clean or your hand part and you ball it up in the dirty glove. So you have a dirty glove in a dirty glove. And you take your clean hand or finger, go underneath the lip, and you are going to make yourself a little pocket. That's how you take off soiled gloves. They were kind of clean, but they can get messy. You want them to be a little pocket. Throw them away, wash your hands, hand sanitizer, you're good to go. So that is removing gloves. So we could stop the video again if we wanted to, and everyone can practice putting gloves on, taking them off in groups of 2 and 3. So what are the types of isolation? So do you know the types of isolation, Sandra B?
I do.
What are they?
You have droplet isolation and contact isolation.
Okay.
And respiratory isolation.
Okay. I've got it listed as airborne, but respiratory. We don't normally mess with or have anyone on respiratory isolation, but that would include positive air pressure in the rooms, correct?
Mhm.
And a respirator as your PPE, which we may have in the building, but we don't utilize.
Yeah.
So,
Negative air pressure.
Negative air pressure,
Yeah.
thank you very much. Again, we don't have it in the building as a
Yeah.
standard, so. So contact isolation, we're gonna do that if someone might have like MRSA or something like that. We're gonna use a gown, we're gonna use the booties. May not use the face mask, it just depends on where it's at. Definitely gloves. But we're gonna use these carts right here. These are our isolation carts. They're to stay outside the room. So first and foremost, when you're getting ready to go in a room and you see this on the door, that means you're gonna stop and you're gonna find out what's going on, because you just don't wanna tramps in. You wanna find out what exactly is going on. So they might have something that their immune system is down and we need to protect them from us. Or they might have something that we need to protect us from them. So let's just find out. So there's your stop sign. Your isolation cart, for one, hand sanitizer should not be on the isolation cart. Hand sanitizer is in the room. If someone has C. diff or norovirus, hand sanitizer is not going to kill it. So it should not be on it. Just take it. Also on the cart, you're going to find your PPE, which are your gowns. I didn't show exactly how to put this on. I will go over it real quick. When you put your gown on, it's super easy. I use the buddy system because these little strings on the side are not long enough. So you put it on, you have a buddy tied in the front and back. Because of the material, it will keep fluid from going through, but it also breaks easy. So when you go to take it off, you have your gloved hand and you grab it from the shoulder and you tear, and what you'll do is you'll roll it down your body. So when you do, you have a nice little package again with all the dirty on the inside and what was against your body on the outside. Throw it away, you're good to go. So that is how you take off this also. I didn't go over it. You have these on here. You also have any of your masks, any of your gloves. You also have these bags here. These are the linen bags. They are not the trash bags. They are the linen bags saying, hey, there's infectious stuff going on here. You have to walk these down. So those are there. What we don't want to see on this is hand sanitizer. We don't want to see wipes. These need to be locked up. If you see them sitting here, take them off, go put them in a locked room in the nurse's station or in the med room, because these do not need to be where someone else could come and think they're baby wipes or something, because they have a chemical in them. So this stays outside the room because you should gown up before you walk in. An item that stays inside the room is your laundry and your trash. So again, your trash bag should be yellow, linen bag should be yellow, trash bag should be trash. You do want to bag this up after each shift, walk it down to down here. Don't throw it in the dirty utility for someone else to grab, not knowing what it is. So there's that. Also, items that stay in the room are your stethoscope and your blood pressures, cuffs, lift pads. If someone's on a total lift or a stand-up lift, the pads should stay in the room until they are out of isolation. I also keep a pen in there, especially if you're going to be filling out menus. I think pens could be the dirtiest one of things in the whole world. So just stick a pen in their room. They're going to like it anyways. Things that can be removed is a lift. This is where these come in. You're going to wipe that lift head to toe with one of these with the glove on and let it air dry, and then you can use that lift between elders. So that pretty much sums up what we've done today. So today we have washed our hands. We went over PPE and the different types of isolation and what we do with the isolation. So it only takes one person to neglect their responsibility and to spread an infectious disease that could have been contained. So it's everyone's duty to be well educated. Any questions?
No.
No? Okay. That concludes the day.